Hey you guys, so I'm going to take a minute to make this video. I will leave the article below. Today's date, April 4th. The Pope now seems to declare himself absolute monarch even with respect to Christ, according to the Archbishop. Two things I'm going to share here. Okay, look at this here. You're going to pull a stunt like this before Easter? Former papal Archbishop Maria called the dropping of Pope Francis's essential title Vicar of Christ from the 2020 Pontifical Yearbook an act that appears to officially alter the papacy such that the Pope no longer recognizes himself as guardian. Look at this, y'all. This change in the layout and the content of an official text of the Catholic Church cannot be ignored, nor is it possible to attribute it to the gesture of humility on the part of Francis, which is not in keeping with his name being so prominently featured. Instead, it seems, let me see if I want to read that. Instead, it seems possible to see in it the admission, passed over in silence, of some sort of usurpation. He has usurped himself. He already usurped himself as being vicar, calling himself Vicar of Christ, being instead of Christ, okay, being in the place of Christ. He has officially disavowed being the Vicar of Christ, the successor of the Prince of the Apostles, and the Supreme Pontiff, as if they were annoying trappings of the past, only mere titles, he added. LifeSite reported April 2nd that Pope Francis, in a surprise move, dropped the historic essential title Vicar of Christ from the 2020 Pontifical Yearbook. Okay, let's move. I can't. The title Vicar of Jesus Christ stems from Holy Scripture, where Jesus granted St. Peter the power of the keys in the church. That was given. I don't want to mix up the scripture. No, that was given to all of us, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mix up the scripture. Jesus has the keys to the kingdom. Master of the church free to demolish it. Okay. Archbishop said that it's as if Pope Francis now views himself as becoming master of the church, free to demolish it from within without having to answer to anyone. In short, a tyrant. Boy, calling the change theological barbarism. Well, wow. You guys, I can leave this article below. Just the Pope just made himself king of the Catholic Church, basically. Okay. Let me. Oh, and he's also. I pulled up another article. I found this in a video. A guy just did a video on this, and so I wanted to read it for myself. But he was talking about how the Pope was saying back in what, like 2000. It seemed like a long time ago. He wasn't Pope that long, was he? It's a long time ago. I'll leave it below. Saying how Judas was a good guy. Wasn't such a bad guy. Oh, one more article, you guys, because I had wanted to look for this. The Pope is basically, this is what I've been looking for. I originally, um, I originally said that on May 14th, when Israel was on Israel's birthday, or when it was officially declared a nation. I hope I'm not getting that right. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Is also the same day that Comet Atlas, I believe, will be most visible. Okay, I feel like May 14th is when it's going to start being visible, real visible to the naked eye. And then like May 31st is when it's going to come into our atmosphere, into the around to orbit the sun. Okay. Also, May 14th, I thought that Bill Gates was going to be doing his Real ID 2020 conference or something. I still haven't found an official date on that, but that's what I heard. But I did realize that this is going to take place on May 14th. The Pope is calling for his little. Now, they're supposed to do these in different little conference sites, but because of the lockdown, they may do it as a teleconference, okay? Um, this is the Global Impact on Education event, but there are going to be religious leaders. He has called religious leaders also to this meeting, May 14th. Um, they are going to cover various. Due to this, Francis is inviting the representatives of the main religions, the exponents of internal organizations, and various humanitarian institutions from academic, economic, political, cultural, world to sign the Global Compact on Education. It's an alliance to rebuild the global education pact and deliver a solid fraternal common home to younger generations. All of this is baloney, okay? I just wanted to show y'all the date. How you gonna pick this day of all days? Look at this. He said, as I stated in that document that I signed with Grand Imam of Al Azhar on 4th of February this year in Abu Dhabi, they want to create a village according to the African proverb that it takes a village to educate a child. Oh my gosh, I just can't. It makes my blood pressure go high. Um, he is across the board. He is across the board with this global agreement about education. He's covering everything. Uniting studies and everyday life, teachers, students with their families, civil society, intellectual, scientific, artistic, athletic, political, business, and charitable dimensions. An alliance, in other words, between the earth's inhabitants and our common home. An alliance that generates peace, justice, and hospitality among all peoples of human family as we dialogue between religions. as well as dialogue between religions. Sorry, guys, I'm reading this through the screen. I just want to, I'll leave both these articles below. What a date. What a date to pick this to do. Okay? Our world meeting will take place on May 2020 in the Paul 6 Audience Hall in the Vatican. Wow. A number of okay, so they're not taking place in different well, yeah, a number of seminars on related topics will take place in various locations to help us prepare for this event. Let us seek solutions together. um the Pope, who knows this article, because he just said something just a few days ago. The pre-setup. Okay, so this is 9/12/2019. So he just reiterated his call for a unity. Okay, um, with who? With who? I feel like I shared an article just recently, like last week Sunday. Okay, so on May 14th, this is scheduled. The Atlas Comet, it'll be closed. I think we'll be able to see it with the naked eye in the day and the nighttime. Okay. There's one more other big comet that's coming in. I feel like April 29th or something. But I feel like the vision I had, it may be a reference to both because I've seen it two times. But usually when I see things two times, it's a repeat of one thing. Okay, to get my attention, to wake me up. But it could be two comets, two major comets, two very important comets, and May 14th, when Israel was declared a nation. All these three things happening at one time. And if Bill Gates, if his little Real ID conference thing is to take place on that day too, wow. Okay, just want to share that. I'll leave the videos below. The videos. Well, I will leave that video that I watched earlier. Um, and I'll leave the articles below. Okay?